Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to my very first podcast here today. These podcasts, well, I'll tell you what the podcasts are going to be about: the paranormal, urban legends, and myths and underlying tales from the paranormal around the world. So today, on the podcast, we are going to be talking about myths and legends from Scotland and beyond. So, the first one that we're going to be talking about today is in Ness, Scotland. And most of y'all have pretty much probably heard about this one, the Loch Ness Monster in Fort Augustus. The Loch Ness Monster was a humongous beast that roamed our second largest loch in 565 AD. During the 20th century, up to 20 alleged sightings have been recorded every year. We don't really know whether it's true, a true myth about the Loch Ness Monster, but I do believe in it my personal self. And the Loch Ness Monster supposedly is like this humongous lake or sea monster, whatever you want to call it, that looks like a giant caterpillar coming out of the water and supposedly scaring and trying to literally kill people. And you can actually go to Scotland to this lake. It's called Scotland's Wonderful Lochs on our Lochs, Castles and Keppies tour. You can go take a tour of the lake where supposedly this Loch Ness Monster has been sighted multiple times. But they ain't had any sightings been recorded in almost 200 years. The 20th century was the last recorded alleged sighting of this monster. So, yeah, that's the Loch Ness. And then this one is in Australia. This one is called the Devil's Pool. I have researched and wrote down some of the history. And so this is in Australia at Uluru or Ayers Rock, whatever you want to call it. It is the most well-known over cultural ceremonies have taken place at this pool or river for over 10,000 years. The Devil's Pool used to be named the Bubadinda Boulders. The legend has it that a runaway bride called Olana leaped from the boulders to her watery grave after being separated from her soon-to-be husband. Today, her spirit allegedly lures men into the dangerous waters to join her. If the legend is true, Olana has claimed the lives of 17 people since 1959. The area is now fenced off with a spooky warning: he came for a visit and stayed forever. If you plan a trip to the Devil's Pool, we dare you to get as close as you can. This next one is in India, called Patton's Pumpkin. So Patton's Pumpkin has been known for its great floods that have been the stories of millennia for some time. Some believe Noah saved God's creatures by building a not-so-weak ark. The people of the Sahyadria Mountains in southern India believe a farming bloke named Patton saved his family and a bunch of animals from rising waters by using a giant pumpkin. The next one. This is in Scandinavia. The Adventures of Thor. Now, these are all myths and legends from around the world. The Norsemen or Vikings left their mark on the British Isles, but who guided them on their raiding and settling journeys from Scandinavia? According to Norse mythology, many gods oversaw and controlled the lives of the Vikings. Thor is perhaps the most famous of all Norse gods. He was the son of Odin, the gaffer of all gods, but people remember Thor thanks to his hammer which he used to create thunder. Imagine voyaging across the North Sea knowing Thor's having a fit just above you. You'd certainly have to be off your head to make that journey. The next one takes place in Greece. It's called Jason and the Argonauts. It says, according to Greek mythology, Jason and his team were the heroes of the seas back then. Not only did they explore the Black, the Aegean, and the Mediterranean seas, but they also scrapped with giant monsters, and they pushed on despite encounters with boulders and horrible weather, perhaps caused by Thor. On their way home, they had it out for one last time with a giant on the island of Crete. They won, obviously, but before returning to Loch. Even if you don't get a chance to see Nessie in Scotland, the Loch Ness Monster is a land of wee miracles and mighty landscapes. I got one more for you guys today on this podcast, or Urban Mythology and Tales podcast. Oh, man. So I hope you guys are enjoying your day. This is the top legend that is fascinated around the world. This one is called Lake Lucernori. Alright, I got two for you. I'll end you with two more. The first one is called Lake Lucernori. Says this is a massive lake. Start at Altdorf Square to see the bronze statue of William Tell that is standing over the lake, and then head to the home of the chapel built on the sites of the home in Berglund before heading to the famous waters of Lake Lucerne. Lake Lucerne. I think I said that right. And this one, the last one I'm going to end you guys off of, is the legend of the Lady Godiva, or Godiva. Lady of the Legend Godiva, or Godiva, however you say it. Lady Godiva, we'll do that. Lady Godiva, where the legend originated from, is in Coventry, England. Lady Godiva hated the oppressive taxes her husband, the Earl of America, forced on the people of Coventry, a town in central England. Fed up, she pleaded to take away the taxes, but he refused, allegedly saying she had to ride a horse through the streets of Coventry before he'd consider changing his mind. She indeed rode through the cobbled streets of Coventry, but not before she warned the townspeople to shutter their windows and stay inside. The only casualty of the day was a man we know in the modern times as Peeping Tom. He couldn't resist seeing Godiva ride through the town, and when poor Tom sneaked a peek through his window, he was sadly conjured. You can visit the Lady Godiva statue in Coventry or opt to attend the Coventry Godiva Festival, an annual music festival named after the city's famous inhabitant. So that's going to be all for today, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I will catch you guys next week on the next one.